Hi, are you struggling from Nettydroopyitis, otherwise known as saggy sacks? You may not even know that you're struggling from it, but I have a solution for you, and it's an immediate solution. It's something that you don't have to take pills for. It's not anything you have to do for exercise. It's just a few simple steps. There is one procedure I will say that you will be cutting, but it's okay because it is a permanent solution for you. Again, it is Nettydroopyitis, and we're here to show you the cure. And in just a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and visit one of our patients to show you some of the symptoms and also how we resolved those issues of Nettydroopyitis. Hi, we're now here to meet with our patient. Our patient today is 6 years old. Again, it could even happen to a brand new Jeep. It doesn't take but just a few times of usage, and then the symptoms will start to appear, and there's no going back unless you use the JK pockets. But let's go ahead and let's show you what has caused Nettydroopyitis with this 6-year-old. So when you go to take off your doors, you usually take your connection off, and either you can just let it hang down here at the bottom, but what we've always done to make sure we protect our connector is always put it in here, and in doing so it has stretched out the netting, and it's even kind of stretched out. As you can see, this stretches, it starts to tear, and I mean, it doesn't matter however you put it in. You can try to put as close as you can to it, maybe like this to try to keep it, but as you can see, it just keeps stretching out, and over time it's just going to get worse and worse. So that's why we have to turn to JK pockets. And I'll go ahead and show you, just for those that may not know what a healthy pocket looks like, I'll show you one of those as well, and then we'll get to the point of where we're just going to have to cut our losses, and pun intended, we will need to go ahead and cut this off, and then we'll replace it with the JK pockets. Now what you're seeing here is an example of a patient without Nettydroopyitis. This could be for those that don't use their Jeeps very often, don't remove their doors, or maybe even a brand new Jeep. But again, it only takes just a few times. This will be a quick visual installation of how to install them on the doors. They also sell this portion as well, which will be in the center portion of your console, but we will not be going over this video because we're not using this any longer in our JK, but it'll be very similar to what we show you on how to remove on the doors. If you can see here on the back though, this is about how it would look like inside each of the doors as well, and how they've added the netting. And what you're doing is when you're cutting this, those pieces are then going to be retracted back into the door, so there won't be any other issues or any kind of pieces that are going to be sticking out when you're done with the install, as long as you follow our video, or if you'll go to the slickrockgear.com's website and find the installation guide. They give you a step-by-step process on how to do each one of the doors as well as the center console. The first step is to take any kind of 3M tape or painter's tape or automotive tape and just put this around this line right here, just about maybe 3 to 4 inches down. That is just so when you're cutting this that you don't either scrape or show any existing cuts that you might get into the door, because again, we're cutting this off. We're going to be using like a box knife cover to cut this portion off, and then we'll use scissors to go away around the outside with all the netting. But again, this is just a precaution so that we don't show any kind of cuts or scratches into the door itself. So the next process is going to be taking your box cutter. Again, it doesn't have to be a fancy one like this one, but what you're doing is you're going to take this elastic band, is what you're focusing on right now, and pull as tight as you can, and then you're just going to take this and cut it right here. And that's all you do from there. So then go ahead and safely put away your box cutter, and then take your scissors and cut all the way around here. And again, pulling that netting as much as you can. And now we can again remove that tape so we can see what we're looking at here. I'm pulling as tight as I can. Just kind of pulling up on it now. before I get too much further, I'm going to go ahead and cut off this other elastic band here. Okay, and then finish up cutting the knit. If you want to, you can take your knife, if you have one that's extended like this, and just kind of go around, just get any of those excess pieces off, or push them back into the door, like so. And this would be also a good opportunity, if you would like, to go ahead and just clean up the door a little bit. Okay, go ahead and grab your JK pocket. For the front doors, they're going to have these two tabs right here. And for the rear doors, you'll see that there's not ones on the bottom. That way you know exactly which one's going to go which, as well as one is a lot larger than the other. So what you're going to do is, if you see here in the video, you can see there's two tabs almost right here, almost indentions. And what you want to do is you want to work from the opposite side of the sticker. So you'll work here from the outside and then to the inside. So what you do is just line this up, slide it in here. And as you can see, just work your way around, get the tabs in there, make sure the tabs go in. You may have to flex the plastic a little bit. And it's got a nice smooth, nice look to it. So we're going to go ahead and check in on our patient. Again, it was a 6-year-old patient experiencing symptoms and indicators of Nettydroopyitis. And as you can see, the JK pocket has successfully cured that permanently. So what we were doing with ours is we were using our disconnects from our doors, and we were trying to store it. But again, you can see it's going to stay nicely in there, all protected. And we can continue doing that over and over again, and you don't have to worry about anything. Again, it's got a solid here at the bottom, so you don't have to worry about anything falling through. And it's going to look good. It's got that, again, nice texture that looks like just like from the factory. So it looks just like it should have been probably straight out the door from Jeep. But I'm sad to say that even though we've made the solution for the JK pockets, the JL, the brand new JLs that are out, they're going to have the exact same problem. And I'm hoping that there are engineers and labs all across the country looking for a solution. But I'm pretty sure that Slickrock Gears is probably on the cusp of being able to release those, maybe as a prototype. Maybe they'll call it the JL pocket, or maybe the Wonder pocket. I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see. Doctors can't cure everything, but hopefully the JL will be cured very soon. Thanks again for watching Jeep's Rock, and we'll see you out on the trail.